Welcome to the Business Growth Podcast. Today I'm here with Leticia, the founding member of Real Finance Group. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
So tell us a little bit more. What do you guys do?
Real Finance Group is a full cycle accounting firm. We're pretty small. It's a small team because we're very privatized in customizing services for nonprofits. We specialize in nonprofits in the United States and different states because of the deep experience that I've had over the 25 years. I've worked in all levels of nonprofits, even the program side of things, the fundraising, the operational, the back office, and even the volunteer. So I've learned a lot working very close with the executive directors and the board members in the all aspects of the operations and the finances, and that's my specialty.
Okay, nice. And what made you decide to want to specialize in nonprofits?
Well, actually, so my first job right out of high school was a nonprofit. So I really picked that up pretty fast. And when I went to college the first time, my first college was in accounting and administration, and I was maintaining a good flow of nonprofit career job positions in nonprofits and accounting, bookkeeping, payroll, purchasing, and grant management. So I spent a lot of time understanding how a program works in a nonprofit. And so over the years, I've had a good diverse experience in different industries for nonprofits. So, for example, schools, community-based nonprofits that do fundraising, support the families, support individuals, youth development, immigration. It could be a workforce development,
Mhm.
training. There's so many health, clinics and legal firms that support. That are free-based for supporting the community.
Okay, nice. And what are some of the exciting projects that you guys are working on at the moment?
So there, a few of my clients and previous clients are very specific to supporting certain aspects of the community or type of communities with neighborhoods and groups of maybe minorities, um, community based in labor workforce, educational, health related outreach, and I work a lot with museums. That's really customized for me as well.
Mhm.
Um, so it's been more of the keeping everything, all the all the lights on in the organizations. We focus on training the executive director and the staff in a lot of the admin part of things. We also support the HR part of it, of the organizations, because sometimes nonprofits outsource a lot of these type of back office services, and so we support them in that area. And at the same time, as we build their finances and their budgets, we research or investigate other resources that they can use for low cost services that are efficient for their size of the organization, such as IT services, facilities management, um, insurance, risk insurance, health benefits, payroll providers, things like that.
Yeah. Okay, nice. It sounds like you guys do a very wide variety of different things for these nonprofits. How do you find doing that? Is there a reason why you haven't, I guess, specialized more in specific tasks that you do for it, or because it sounds like you do quite a lot of different things for it.
Well, so nonprofits are, a lot of the nonprofits are either, depending on the type of organization they are, there's associations, there are museums, like you said, but and every industry operates differently. So
Yeah.
understanding the operations is what matters. So we focus on the need of the organization. If it's missing, if there's a gap, we fill that in with resources that we carry or the knowledge that we have. Um, but we also focus on of course, their books, because the integrity of the financials of a nonprofit relies on everything that they stand for, because a nonprofit has license with the state and they have to stay in compliance. So compliance is a huge factor when it comes to nonprofits. And That includes the tax returns for federal and state that nonprofits need to stay compliant. So from start to finish, January to December, any fiscal year, every month, our job is to maintain the operations on a fiscal sound level where the integrity of the organization is maintained and the compliance is maintained. So that has to be us doing their bookkeeping, if it means that we have to apply or support the budgets for the grants, if it means that we have to support on the HR side to make sure that the grant requires the positions that it needs to be able to operate the program, then we're there for it.
Hmm. Okay, nice. And then what are some like of the projects internally that Real Finance Group is working on at the moment?
Oh, sure. Um, so my business is still a business, right? I'm not a
Yeah.
nonprofit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
my company it's pretty new. It's been around for about 5 years. The 20 plus years of experience I have always just focused on finances. But as a business owner, I'm wearing multiple hats like every other entrepreneur, marketing, HR, hiring, training, IT, um, learning AI, integrating it into the business, and continuing the education part of my business is conducting workshops. I get invited to do workshops on specific topics or a variety of topics from how to start your own business, how to prepare tax planning for yourself and or your business, and also the most popular workshop that I have is how to become more having a financial mindset as a business owner. So next year, my plan is to conduct more different and specific customized workshops for different business owners, where it's a nonprofit, a startup, or an entrepreneur. The goal is to have everybody on the mindset and the financial of their own business so they can continue growing. Other
Yeah.
projects include, I'm scaling on that. I did just write a small chapter in a book, collaborated with an organization that's launching in April. And so I'm excited about that. It's more of a inspirational story of my journey to reach the different people that are um, trying to, reach their dreams. And it's just finding their dreams and taking the risk to do it. And I am one of those people. And so I tell my story in this book that's coming out in March.
Okay, nice. So it sounds like you're very involved and lots of different things happening,
Mhm.
and congratulations on being featured in the book.
It's my
And then
first time.
again, you're what?
It's my first time writing something. So
Oh,
officially.
nice. Yeah, yeah, it's like you're trying to write content. It's a whole different skill set and having copywriting and all that stuff. Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
And then how about so with the business as well? I always like to ask, what are some of the things that aren't working as well as what you would like, or some of the things that you guys are working on improving in terms of like processes or systems or anything like that?
Sure, sure. Thank you for asking for that question because we were literally working on that this quarter because with a few years under my belt with my business, having a variety of clients that are either short-term, one time, one-timers, or I have clients that have been with me since the first day that I opened. And so what I've been restructuring some of the processes that I have that is either onboarding a new client, and scaling with the new client with the recommendations that we provide is having the standard operating procedures are not too standard anymore. They're very customized because I have my process as an accountant. Organizations, entrepreneurs, nonprofits have their own procedures, but it needs to mesh with the way that we manage their accounting, their finances, their audits, their reporting. They have to sync because everyone has different seasons. And so we have our own seasons and it has to mesh. So that's one of the things that we're challenging in the last couple of years. And now it's just my vision is clear on how I want to operate alongside with our clients. So we don't, burn out and our client still gets to do their program and still get the finances in on time. So that's
Hmm.
one of the challenges. Another challenge that I face alongside with other colleague accountants other CPA firms, we've been noticing that talent is pretty tight with trying to identify accountants that want to stay in that accounting career. A lot of younger accountants are not expecting certain things, and so they're trying to find different some a different job to offset their knowledge or at least expand on it. So retention, finding good accountants, or commitment from an accountants are have been challenging over the last few years.
Gotcha. Yeah, talent is definitely a challenge I see all across the board. Every single business I speak with, yeah, getting like good quality accountants is definitely a struggle a lot of business owners are having. And then how do you see the industry like changing of what you do as a business moving forward, especially with like how AI is developing?
So I think the future of this industry and that topic has been a conversation since the 60s. A lot of the larger CPA firms have been driving that conversation. But I think that since 2020, since COVID, I think, and there were a lot of the accountants, a lot of very seasoned CPAs and non-CPAs have been realizing that the job is not the same anymore, and looking to um, other means of revenue, I guess I want to say, for an extra income has been something, because AI is making everybody's job a little easier. But I am very conservative when it comes to AI, because when I do my reporting, I integrate a little bit of AI here and there, but I still like to do my own work to make sure that I'm getting the point across. Now, AI is very helpful in coming up with summaries and helping with the narrative. But the way I use AI is more of the massive data that I have sometimes. It's faster and more efficient to use AI to be able to consolidate some of that data, or at least reconcile some of the errors, or that you can help find. But in the future, I think our industry will become more efficient in the long run. There's going to be pains. If not, we're not feeling them right now. There's going to be pain points, because it's hard to learn sometimes something new. In my generation, when the computers first started, pre-internet, it was pretty hard to learn the internet. It was hard to learn cell phones. Those kinds of learning curves. I think it's going to be just another learning curve with AI for us
Hmm Yeah,
and for
yeah,
the
yeah,
industry too.
oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then especially what you said with the using AI to summarize big chunks of data. Especially I've done a lot with like with contracts as well, and
Hmm.
just getting that some contracts is just pages and pages, and the language is very complex, and then just being able to put that into like ChatGPT or something, summarize this and put it in a sixth grade reading level. It just makes it so much easier to get through a lot of information and also get to what the point is from that.
That's the good thing about ChatGPT. It helps you rewrite different levels of audiences. And so
Hmm
it was very helpful for me over the years. I was very technical, and it was very hard for me to relate some information
mm
to non-financial people like the board or the executives, or even program or administrative staff. It was super hard. And so over the years, I started kind of breaking it down more into simpler terms. So when ChatGPT existed, I said, oh, this is going to be so easy to make my job so easy to be able to draw up some instructions. And when I do my trainings, and I got to draw that up, that's very helpful. But yeah, it doesn't become overwhelming with the audience, and that helps me tremendously. Hmm.
Oh yeah, 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 definitely. I know we're starting to run out of time here, so a question I always like to ask as well. So let's say you could get a magic AI robot into your business to do anything. What would you get it to do, and why?
A magic robot or
Yeah, like a
magic AI?
magic AI robot that could do anything. What tasks in your business or
Oh, in
thing
my
would you get
business.
it? Yeah, would you get it to do?
Oh, that's an interesting question, because I think it. it's coming out already. So one of the things is difficult in finding talent commitment was the talent for maybe a tax preparer to make sure that it's doing the all humanly possible deductions and credits that a human does um, for 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 the taxpayer. I think that's
Mhm.
one of the biggest things or easiest things I think that's going to come along. For me, that would be super helpful because when you're managing several projects at the same time during tax season, they're all due at the same time, right? So you have to pick and
Mm.
choose which is priority. So that's
Yeah.
why when you're scheduling tax planning, who's going to get prepared first? Whoever has their information ready first, you know?
Yeah.
That's why you got to sign up to so you can be in the first in line. But as far as the robot, I think that would be really helpful for me. But
Yeah.
the second thing on my wish list will be probably like helping me follow up with conversations and other colleagues and people in my network and just stay active with conversations.
Mhm. Okay, awesome. Well, Christmas isn't too far away, so maybe you can get some of those wish lists. Well, it's been great having you on the show. Where can people go to find a little bit more about what you do and your business?
Oh, sure,
About.
sure. So I'm in Illinois and my website is realfinancegroup.com, but I'm easily and faster reached in my cell phone and my email at Leticia Padilla at realfinancegroup.com. And my number is pretty famous, 312-607-1221. December 21st, it's a big day. So 12/21. That's how you remember it.
Right. Nice, nice. All right, that's awesome. Well, it's been great having you on the show. You guys have been listening to the Business Growth Podcast. Until next time, keep growing.